Hello, everybody. Welcome to our live studio show here on MXGPTV.com with me, Paul Malin, and Lisa Leyland. It's round 13 of the FIA Motocross World Championship, and we're at Locket for the MXGP of Czech Republic. Coming on our studio show today, we have Lorenzo Resta from Moto Sprint. We've got Mikkel Haarup from Monster Energy Triumph Racing, and we've got Hans Corvers, the team owner from Monster Energy Yamaha Factory MXGP team. But before we catch up with our guests, Lisa Leyland, here we are back in Locket.
Yeah.
A double header as well. We go to Belgium next week. Are you glad to be back in Europe? It's a little bit cooler, and in the surroundings of our own home.
It's definitely, you've got that whole paddock vibe back now. You know, it's busy, busy, busy. We went from quite chilled Indonesian rounds to super busy. All the kiddies are here, but it's a great atmosphere, isn't it, being back here?
And what she means by all the kiddies, we've got 65 European, 85 European. We've got the MXE junior riders. We've also got two strokes as well as MX2 and MXGP. We might be here for a week, so just bear with us on this one.
There's a lot going on.
Absolutely.
There's a lot going on.
Anyway, should we catch up with our first guest?
Yeah, let's.
Right. Anyway, Lorenzo Resta joins us now from Moto Sprint magazine. Lorenzo, good to see you. We missed you in Indonesia. Are you all good? Are you happy to be back this weekend in Czech Republic?
Really, really happy to be back, of course. Nice to see you all. Thanks, Paul. Thanks, Lisa. Yeah, it's really nice to be back in Europe. It's nice to have those kind of feelings, you know, with all the guys on track, all the categories, all the young kids. That would be the future of our sport, of course, in a couple of years. And it's nice to be back in Locket. One of the most classic events of the middle summer season, I would say.
Well, look, how good has the MXGP class been so far this year? It really has had a bit of everything, hasn't it?
You know what? It reminds me a lot about 2021, while with 3 riders fighting, probably, I hope, till the end of the season now with a lot of things happening on track. It's really exciting.
When Jorge Prado won the first 4 GPs, I think everyone thought it would be very much like one-way traffic. But since then, there's been quite a few twists and turns, haven't there? And I think it's very much now a case of who wants it the most. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I completely agree, Lisa. It's quite strange when you look at the numbers. It says clearly that Prado is dominating this season. But when you look at the standings, it's not like that. It's quite the reverse compared to last year, while Jorge won only 2 races in the entire season, but he was so regular that he won easily, I would say, the championship. This year is completely the opposite. He won most races, most motos, most qualifying races than anybody else, and leading more laps than anybody else, but still is there fighting, not in the first place.
Well, the last 7 rounds since Galicia, Jeffrey is the only rider to finish on the podium each GP. Tim missed the podium twice. Prado missed the podium 3 times. But it looks like Jeffrey's kind of working his way back into contention, doesn't it?
Yes, absolutely. We were talking with Paul this morning, and it's quite amazing to see that he's back in Locket after 5 years, missing the race since 2018, while he was winning the race in Locket. Since that time, he never won, even in 2021, while he won the title. He missed only this race after the accident in Oss with Ivo Monticelli. But he's back. He's back step by step. His progression is impressive. All the podiums in a row, as you said, since Galicia, says a lot about him. He's back on good performance, on good speed, and quality riding. I think that we may have a final season like 2021.
Wow.
And you know what? And if the battle for the top 3 isn't good enough, we've got Romain Febvre, who's now dropped out of that title chase, but he's back from injury this weekend. And he is now going to be a real spanner in the works, isn't he? Because he's going to be the guy that's going to come in. He's the spoiler. Because when you've only got 3 guys going for the championship and they're finishing first, second, third, first, second, whatever, they're not really taking too many points off of each other. But difference between the first and the fourth, because Roman's in there all of a sudden. And it doesn't matter whether it's Jeffrey, Tim, or Jorge. Those points, they're going to make a difference, aren't they? And it's going to be great to see how that dynamic of having Roman back is going to affect that battle for the top 3.
Absolutely. I agree completely with you. Well said. Because Romain have nothing to lose from now till the end of the season.
And he looks really relaxed at the moment.
Absolutely. And I'm pretty sure that he's 100% back after the injury is fixed. And he will just fight every race for the victory, to be on the podium. So it can be really in the middle and just change the game, you know. So, and also riding relaxed, but in the meantime can be quite aggressive without nothing to lose. So the others may have to take care, you know, about this and to don't lose too much.
Yeah.
Then of course, you have Calvin, you have Jeremy Seawer. They there. They won here already, motos or GPs, and they fight for podiums. It's really important for their future to be confirmed in Yamaha or to find another place, another ride, as for Jeremy. So it looks really exciting.
Well, one rider who hasn't won, Tim Geiser, the championship leader. He's been on the podium 5 times, so a couple of times second, 3 times third, or something like that. Is it absolutely imperative that he gets that win here this weekend? Because after Italy, he had a 34-point lead. After Lombok won, it was down to 22. It's now back to 34. He doesn't have to win, but for the psychology, does he need to win here this weekend or not?
This can be really important, you know, if you can turn out this kind of numbers that see him winning one moto only in 2017 and never again a moto and never a GP. This can be maybe something that can give you the extra energy you need for the end of the championship. But numbers, looking at the numbers, looking at the strategy, he don't really need to win. He needs just to consolidate his advantage in the standings, maybe keep Jeffrey behind. That's, to me, the most important.
Okay, well, moving on to MX2, how impressive have the Nestan boys been so far? First, second in the championship. They've actually won 8 out of the 12 rounds, but Husqvarna have never won an MX2 world title yet. So could this be their year?
I honestly really hope yes for them, as they're doing a brilliant work. I was talking many times this year with Rasmus Jorgensen, appreciating how he's managing the team, how he's leading the team to this incredible target that is winning a championship. He's done a great job with both riders. At the moment, of course, Lucas look really, really impressive. If he's able to stay out of troubles, I think that he got a chance to get closer to his teammate. But, you know, it's quite a perfect season for them, with 2 riders winning probably 8 qualifying races, 8 GPs, being always there, first and second on the leading laps and on the podium so many times this year. I guess that is their season out for them.
Well, we've got 2 massive rounds coming up. Kai at the moment is 49 points clear of Lucas. Do you think perhaps then after Lommel next weekend, things will probably look a little bit more clearer between those 2?
Because they both like riding the sand, and obviously, I think, would you put Lucas in favour on a hard pack here this weekend or not?
Oh, yes. I think that Lucas here can do it a little bit, can take a little advantage on this kind of soil. In the sand, we saw it already last year. It wasn't happy at all to be on the podium and not on the first step of the podium. It's really unpredictable what Lucas can do in every condition, as is such a fast rider. I think that today, while he's riding at his best without making mistakes, his speed is difficult to pair. And to me, he has a little advantage. Probably things will be more clear after Flandern Grand Prix.
And just really quickly, 30 seconds. Andrea Adamo, defending champion. It's not really clicking for him at the moment. Obviously, you're well in with the Italian click. Why is that? Is he just struggling with things, or is it just the consistency? Is he frustrated? What?
I see him really calm and quiet. He's planning already his future, I guess, at the moment. I don't know if he may change class or not. I guess that everyone was expecting himself first to do something better this year. At the moment, he's still 5. He can fight for the top 3 easily. I think it will be difficult to fight for the title, honestly, to be honest, with AGP, with looking at how many riders he has in front, 4, riding very well. But he still can do it for the bronze medal, I guess. And I think that Andrea, from here on, of course, Lommel would be really tough as Arnhem, but here he can perform very well. He won a moto last year, didn't get on the podium, but yeah, it was really a positive weekend for him. So I hope for him that he can be in that fight for the podium since this weekend again.
All right, well, look, Lorenzo Resta, we are out of time. Thanks for joining us up here. Good to see you again. And, yeah, maybe we'll check in again a little later on in the year.
Of course.
All
thanks, Paul. Thanks, Lisa.
No worries. Well, look, our second guest is getting ready to join us now, of course, Mikkel Haarup. But before we do, before we meet him, here's a quick snippet from behind the gate, Wrecking Ball from Majora, and we're catching up with the Fantic Factory MX2 team. Enjoy.
Oh, Casamakers.
I think you got the wrong one.
Yes. And me? Bracera. Which one? Where's that? we can do the track looking on the shirt before we go out.
Nice. And with the bike is...
Hopefully stays dry.
Yes.
But it's nice.
Really nice.
Very good.
My second year in the World Championship, this year with Fantic Factory Racing Team.
No, está muy guapo.
For the moment, it's been a little bit difficult. I had a big injury in the winter. 2 months before Argentina, I broke the vertebrae D9, D11. Now this part of the season, we was a little bit of struggle, but now we are getting back. Just we need to make everything together to make it happen.
Looks good. Yeah, perfect.
I'm really looking forward actually to this one because like I think 2 years ago I had quite a good weekend here. I took one time the whole shot and one time almost. I did some really good riding. I was I think for 15 or 20 minutes in the top 5. But then I make one small stupid mistake, but no, the riding was very good here and I like also the track very much, so yeah, I'm really looking forward. Especially you have the swimming pool at the top at the restaurant, that's also nice and yeah, it's just a very nice place to be.
What's your favourite part of the track?
No, not the swimming pool, but...
Maybe, Kai, you have one better Google that looks better than this? You have one in the apartment.
It's broke, no?
No, that one not.
You can take it.
No, man.
We do...
It's in the toilet, there, from your last training.
Me and David are good, very good together.
It's the wrong one. It's the wrong one.
Now this year is my teammate and yeah, we talk about everything. We are really friendly.
You remember?
On the races we have a lot of fun together, even when we are battling each other sometimes. But no, it's very nice to have like a good teammate and a hard worker.
Yeah, I'm really happy with him like teammate.
Hey everybody, welcome back to our live studio show here at MXGPTV.com with me, Paul Malin, and Lisa Leyland. Our second guest joins us now, Monster Energy Triumph Racing's Mikkel Haarup. Mikkel, good to see you. We're back in Europe, back here at the Czech Republic in Locket. Before we talk in detail about things, how would you describe your season so far to this point? We're now round 13.
With the new team, I would say it's solid. Obviously, there's things we could have improved, and we have been improving throughout the season, but we started out really well in Argentina, and then yeah, we've been trying to improve throughout the races, and then yeah, last weekend we got a podium again. So overall, I would say we're doing really good. But yeah, there's always room for improvement, and that's obviously what we're going to try and do this second half of the season.
Sure. Well, obviously the whole Triumph project has been massive, you know, not just this year, but behind the scenes the last few years. How good was it for you to get that podium at the first round in Argentina? Because, you know, it was impressive.
Yeah, it's nice to tick off that box immediately, because then we can sort of shift the focus a little bit towards, well, developing and maybe taking a little bit more risk on developing, because we feel like we already are on pace. We know that we're competitive. We don't need to show it first. Because we already did, yeah, first round. So, so yeah, we've been working hard. The team, especially behind the scenes, and yeah, I'm really feeling the difference. And yeah, every weekend I feel like we're improving, figuring out how we set up the bike under different type of conditions, and it's a cool thing to be a part of, because yeah, it's not something you get to experience very often, is it, in your career?
Was there any, did you ever think that perhaps that podium came maybe a little bit too early? Did it add any maybe unwanted pressure, like coming into the next few rounds?
No.
Okay.
I mean, we showed up, we had a good preseason, we showed up, and we wanted to battle from the beginning.
Right.
I did say we did that whole pre-race interview thing, and I did say all I wanted was to just leave from there knowing we are competitive, and that's pretty much what we did. The results were there, but yeah, pretty much every weekend we're just trying to be competitive, and if we've got the pace for it, yeah, we go for the podium or the win, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
And when Camden got his podium in Sardinia, did that kind of just validate all the hard work that the team had been putting in to that point?
Yeah, I mean, to see the bike come on the podium in a deep sand track as well. Sort of shows the power and the consistency of the engine and the frame and everything. So, yeah, it was cool. I was happy for him as well.
Yeah, and I was going to say that if nothing else, it did validate that, didn't it? Because hard pack, sand, and everything else, you really have got a great package there for both of you. Would you say over the last few races, you just start, because it seemed after that first round, you were a bit up and down for whatever reasons, you know what I mean? Whether it was just bad starts or bad place, you know, wrong place, wrong time, little crashes or whatever. But it seems like the second half, this last few races, you've really started to find a lot more consistency. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I mean, like you mentioned, the starts, we were going a little bit back and forth. In Argentina, we're starting in altitude, so it's different on the bike, and we use a different type of setup for altitude racing. So, yeah, when we then got back to Europe, where it was no altitude, it was different, and we've sort of had to manage that and change our setup a little bit and the technique for the starts, and that's pretty much what we've done. So in the last couple of rounds, we've changed it, we've trained it, and now I feel like I can consistently deliver great starts, and that makes that consistency that we're looking for, where you are in the top 5, 6 in the beginning of the race, and then you'll naturally see better results overall. Yeah.
Well, obviously, we've just come back from the 2 Indonesian rounds. Could have been a podium at both. How disappointed were you with just missing that podium at the first one, just in the final stages of, I guess, the second race?
Yeah, I mean, I was disappointed because of the result and because I know how hard the team is working. Yeah. So to miss out on a podium is annoying. But at the same time, we were competitive. The speed was good. I think for me, the hardest was to know that, I didn't give the podium to the team. So I spent the weekend between the 2 GPs really just trying to clear my mind. I didn't even watch the replay because, I was just going to get pissed watching it, to be honest. So, I was really happy that I was able to turn it around with the help from the team, obviously, just to keep me focused on the second GP in Indonesia. And, to turn it around, get the result we wanted was cool. Yeah.
And like you said, the second GP in Lombok, how were the emotions after that? Second overall, you did get that result. Sense of relief?
Yeah, but at the same time, I'm starting to feel more comfortable in that podium position. Even though we haven't had a whole lot of podiums in this first half, I still feel like we are very competitive every weekend with some bad starts once in a while. And So I was really happy that we got it done. The trip also becomes a lot more fun when you're traveling back. But at the same time, I feel like we deserve to be there, and we're going to be racing for those type of positions every weekend.
Yeah, and has Mattia picked out a new pair of shoes yet? Just asking. I'm a woman. I know these things, you know.
Actually, she hasn't got shoes, but she did get something else.
Are you going to say that?
I'm not going to say. But she's actually quite proud with her gift.
Tell me.
I bought her a vacuum cleaner, but like a
robot one.
A robot one that does it
you
itself.
You are so romantic,
yes.
Mikkel Haarup.
She
wow.
loves it. I was talking
Lucky
to her yesterday.
Girl.
She
Lucky
loves it.
Girl.
She said anything that's practical like that, she's all over it, and she loved it.
Yeah, she did love it.
She
did. 100%. She rather wanted that than a necklace or something.
So you're basically
you gotta
saying
respect
she needs to do the cleaning and all that. That's
well,
what you're implying.
Now she don't. Now she don't. So
now she just presses play and this thing's like there, and apparently it even knows when it's on carpet.
I'm going to have words with your girlfriend.
Do that.
I'm going to have words with your girlfriend.
8 rounds left, including this one. What's the goal for the rest of the season? More podiums?
Yeah, pretty much.
Can you fight for the top 5? I mean, I know it's about 50 points or thereabouts away.
Well, it depends a lot on how the other guys are doing, but I do believe we can. With some good starts, consistent riding. Obviously, if something happens, you can lose a lot of points, but I do believe we are competing for the top 5. But I think for me and the team, we're chasing the race win. I think that's what's next.
Perfect. And out of the tracks that are coming up, obviously, I don't know if you went to China in the past. So out of the tracks that you do know, which ones are you looking forward to the most?
The Nations, I think.
Oh, yeah? Matterley?
Yeah, I love Matterley.
Oh, wow. You're not the only one.
No, cool.
Yeah, perfect. Well, look, Mikkel, good to see you. And, good job on the podiums. Good job with the team. Everybody involved. Obviously, Camden as well. Everybody in the back room doing a fantastic job. You know, first year in and great success already.
Thank you very much.
Keep it up.
We will.
No worries. Anyway, we'll catch up with you a bit later on in the year. Right, our final guest gets ready to join us now, and in a moment we'll catch up with Hans Corvers. But before that, though, here's a bit of Behind the Gate, episode 11, Dragonfly. So this one's one of the Lombok rounds. Yeah, enjoy this one.
Welcome to Indonesia.
No Cheers, problem. Mate. Thank you.
No problem.
Good luck, good luck this weekend, eh?
Thank you. Dave, you want to work once in your life?
Welcome to Lombok and welcome to Indonesia. Thank you very much.
We're in Indonesia for a double header, and the GPs here in Lombok are totally different to what we're used to in Europe, but in a good way. Everything's different, from the culture, the language, the food, but it's something that, as the MXGP paddock are experiencing, we're totally embracing. We are so far away from home, but yet we feel so looked after and so welcomed by the Indonesian people.
Gas, gas.
The local people at the media event, as always, they went above and beyond for us, and they put in such a huge amount of effort to welcome us. And they did that through their typical dance, they did that through their speeches, they were telling stories, they were telling us about the legends of Lombok, and it was so interesting to hear. And all the local people would gather around us and smiling and happy, and it was just so nice to be a part of that.
Hey, what's up, you?
Good trip to Indonesia, and then what's cool, it's a beautiful place to be. Also the media event, it's always a lot of people, and it's super. What's cool, it's one really beautiful place, nice hotel. Try to enjoy the time there. Let's say it will be a bit summer break.
Media event here in Indonesia was very beautiful. Was very shocked because a lot of people cheering for you is not used to be, but I mean, great place here. I think great people also with a lot of passion for the bike, and yeah, it's very great atmosphere.
It's pretty cool traveling to different parts of the world like Indonesia, and it's a new experience every time we go here, and yeah, ride the scooters, go to the media event. It's always a little bit extra special on the overseas GPs. They make a little bit extra out of it. And yeah, it's cool to see the different culture. They really are different, and yeah, I enjoy seeing those parts of the world as well.
Hello everybody, welcome back to the final part of our live studio show here on MXGPTV.com with me, Paul Malin, and Lisa Leyland. Our final guest joins us now, Hans Corvers, the team owner for Monster Energy Yamaha Factory MXGP team. Hans, good to see you. You recently just turned 49.
Thank you, Paul.
Happy birthday. How were the celebrations, first of all?
Yeah, good. We keep it calm, just me and Samira and the owners of the Lombok Lodge in Indonesia. So the big party will be there end of November when we open the new workshop. I want to do combined with the celebration of my 60 and the opening of the workshop. Cool. So it was nice.
Good job. Well, look, Stalk Riders, obviously you brought Calvin Villanen into the team for this year. Took a few races for him to get going, but the last two Indonesian rounds we saw 2 podiums. How pleased were you with the podium at Lombok 1, first of all?
Yeah, Lombok 1, it was, we cannot say lucky, but as we know, Tim and Jeffrey and normally Romain and Gorky, they're a little bit better normally, and then a few guys are hanging just on that top, but what he shows is always there. In the beginning of the season was at 9, 8, 7, but now he's closer, and he is already a few GPs really hanging just on the guys. And for the first time, now he saw the ass of the guys for more than 20 minutes, and he go fighting with the guys. And especially second Lombok GP was really nice.
But the first one I was impressed with when he fell in the start of the second race and he went from 4th to 7th and came back. He's showing now that he has the speed, the desire, everything to challenge more and more for podiums.
Also, to say is that, and he showed that every time, even this morning in free practice, second time,
So in free practice, in time practice, he's always there.
Yeah.
So it means the speed is there.
Yeah.
And I say already a few times to him, you need to have a little bit bigger balls.
Yeah.
When the balls are there, yeah, for sure he will fight with the guys.
Okay, well, some will say a podium is a podium, but because you got that podium in Indonesia, does it have a little bit more meaning, considering all the extra work it takes to get there? It's so far away, and to get it there means much more.
We can feel Calvin is a really nice guy. A little bit
too nice.
Too nice. I don't want to break this kid because he's so a nice guy, but there was a lot of potential in him, and we feel on him that he needs confidence, and now, of course, Maxime and Iago are not there. The eyes are on Calvin. Not more pressure, not at all, but he get all the attention.
Yeah.
And now we feel that he have the confidence. He know now the team, the people around him, and you can see that week by week or GP by GP, it's becoming better. It's it's not a guy like boom from left to the right. No, you have to build smooth everything. Yeah. Everything have to be in line and organized. And more and more he's so thankful because he feel that everybody is around him is working now, not only for him, also for Andrea, but he's in the picture now without pressure, and that's nice.
Well, you said that he's building. He definitely was over those 2 GPs. The first podium came with 2 4th-place finishes. The second with 2 3rd-place finishes. A nice early birthday present for you, but did those 2 podiums over the 2 weeks when we were away, did that make that long trip back that much easier?
Yeah, sure. Also for the guys, the team, everybody know after 2 GPs we were really handicapped. The team was handicapped when you have only one rider from the 3. It's pity. You jump from MX2 to MXGP with the team, and after 2 GPs, bam, you're only one rider. So we get a little bit of a drop. But then with Calvin now, the trip back was really nice. But also over there was nice. We make some nice moments with the team. So and also Andrea, he jumped in, and but maybe we come later on that. But he is also almost incredible. Last year he was European rider, and only a few GPs MX2, and he dropped them in the MXGP. And he's almost constant in top 10. It's we don't may forget,
No, exactly. Well, look, obviously you did mention it. Obviously you lost Iago at round 1, Maxim round 2. First of all, how frustrated were you as a team owner, and how frustrating was it for the team? But when are we expecting to see them back? Because I heard Iago wants to come back in Belgium, but I'm not sure if he's 100% or not. And what about Maxime? Is he going to come back at all during the season, or maybe at the end? Where are the riders based at the moment?
What I can say is that Iago is a few weeks on the bike. Every time when he's on the bike, it's going better. But for sure, he's not ready 100%. It's not possible. So for himself, he won. His goal was to come back in Lommel.
Yeah, home GP.
Yeah, home GP. But I don't gonna say that it's not gonna happen in Lommel. But I don't think so. He decide by himself.
Okay.
So, but we advise Iago, think twice when you be not 100% in a home GP. Lommel, you know what Lommel is. First time, and from my side, he need to adapt 2 things. One, really, really difficult injury. It was not a simple one. And second, also the adapting to the 450. Okay, he was in US with Nations and he beat Tomac, but no. He was so in shape and it was adrenaline, but now it's completely different. He didn't do 1 GP. No. So, and then Lommel on the 450, when it go wrong, it go wrong. Yeah. So we will see. Yesterday he was normally for the last time with the doctor in Belgium. Beginning of the week he gonna do the final test, and then he will decide.
All right.
And just very quickly, we don't have much time. Andrea Bonacorsi, you touched upon him earlier. Happy with his progress so far?
Yeah. Nobody expected Andrea from the beginning. He's top 10, 10-9, 1 time 5. Come on, it's a European ride. He's coming from European Championship.
Yeah.
It's a big boy. and yeah, the 450 fits with him, and for sure he will increase, or he will improve, he will become better.
Sure.
Yeah.
And I saw this morning in practice some aggressive Bonner, so yeah, nice.
All right, well, look, Hansi, we are out of time, but thanks for stopping by. And, yeah, great birthday present, 2 podiums in Indonesia. Continue the success for the rest of the year.
Thank you so much.
No worries. Well, look, we've got a busy day coming up on MXGPTV.com. Of course, as you can see there, starting through 1 o'clock local time today, European 2-strokes. We've got 65, 85, MX2 Ram qualifying, MXGP Ram qualifying. Action all the way. Stay tuned. And Lisa and I will be back with our studio show next week in Lommel. So thanks for watching. See you then. Bye for now.